Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the United States Arm Wrestling Championships. I'm Neil Pickup, and I'm here to talk you through the day. We've got an unbelievable series of matches in this edition. We're bringing action from the men's up to 154s and the men's up to 198, and it's going to be thunder and lightning from top to bottom.
First, you must get a grip in less than a minute, or the referee will put you in a grip. Your elbow must keep contact with the pad at all times. Your free hand must always touch the peg. Start after the referee says, ready, go. To win, you must pin your opponent's hand to the opposing touchpad. Any violation of these rules will lead to a foul. This is a double elimination tournament run on a bracket system, meaning if you lose twice, you are out of the tournament.
Here, as always, to talk me through is the legendary Mr. John Brzezinski of Salt Lake City, Utah.
Hey, Neil. How's it going, man?
Not bad, mate. Not bad at all.
Ready for another round?
We are back. We're feeling the fire, and this is going to be thunder and lightning. We've got some amazing matches.
Some of the small guys, they may be small, but they're very powerful.
Let's have a little bit of a look at some of the heats and prelims from the men's 154s class. Whoa, here we go, John. This is the action from today's preliminary heats in Las Vegas. Today's event brought to you by the Professional Arm Wrestling Conference. And this was thunder and lightning throughout the day. We saw in our first edition of this show, the guys have got to work hard to get to these finals.
Intense competition all day long. These 154-pounders really work for that final spot.
We saw some of the top-class guys in there. Roman Sindeliani from Russia. This guy's an absolute phenomenal 154
He's
puller.
a legend.
Legendary puller, fearsome guy, mega reputation. And I haven't seen this fella lose. He came here before and he won. Can he do it again?
He won last year. Yeah, he's the defending champ, so.
Well, Simon Berachua there, he sounded confident, and we got a little bit of an idea, John. This is him in action now, and Simon, he's a powerful guy. I mean, this guy's so much experience.
Loves the hook, and as you can see right there, I mean, very explosive.
Yeah, I mean, Simon looked impressive, to be fair, throughout the prelims.
That's a catch and a pin.
But this is the man he's got to beat in the red shirt, the awesome Sindeliani of Russia, and he's facing a former world champion, Steve Rogers of the UK, but Sindeliani's just looked in a different league today.
This is left-handed. Yeah, he's quite the top roller. He's got tremendous hand strength. And hand and wrist control is a big part of the sport. One
of the things that we know that's to expect from Roman Sindeliani, we've seen him come here a couple of times now to the Professional Arm Wrestling Conference, and this fella, he just seems to be so dominant. He came here last year, he won. He beat guys like Engin Terzi of Turkey, multiple world champion. Roman Sindeliani, can anybody stop this fella?
He's the real deal. I mean, he doesn't look like the typical arm wrestler. He's not real beefy. He doesn't have bulging muscles everywhere, but he has tremendous hand strength. And he's got to be the favorite.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, arm wrestling is about being well-rounded. We see a match at the table. This is from the men's 176 left-hand section, where you can see the type of intensity and the type of battles these guys get in. And Roman Sindeliani, he can do it anyway. He can do it in the hook, the top, wherever you want to do it.
Exactly. And you need to have all that. I mean, everybody's got their weakness, and to exploit that, you have to be well-rounded in all aspects of the game.
This is a powerful little guy we're looking at there, Dejazio from Russia, and he had an impressive day.
Deep hook. He's got his opponent on his bicep, and it's just a matter of time.
Dejazio, the Russians, Roman Sindeliani, a Russian monster. The last time I saw a Russian-America clash, it was in Rocky IV, and the Russian had more hair. But right here, in Las Vegas, it's on again, mate.
Let's get it on.
We're going to take a short break and do what you got to do, but make sure that you got to do some coming back. It's on. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself while we were away, because we're back, and it's time to get serious. Mate, we're going into the finals now. It's the 154s and the 198s on this show, and this is going to be ferocious. Simon Berachua, we've seen him in action, and we've seen him winning. Now, he's got a banana skin to get over. Vazgan Bohayan of Armenia. He's got to get past this guy to set up that Cold War-style match with Roman Sindeliani.
Two power pullers. They both love the pull inside, so let the stronger man win.
Let's have it right now. Here we go, Vazgan Bohayan. And you can see that Sindeliani, we're getting a look at Roman Sindeliani, and he destroyed him there, just going through to the final.
Tremendous top roll. He has a tremendous top roll.
Now that sets up the match with him and Berachua. Right now we're looking at Steve Rogers in the white shirt of Great Britain. This guy, a former two-time world champion, and Rogers is the lightest man in this class. by a long way, and mixing it up with the 70 kilos, and he's got some guns on.
Oh yeah, you couldn't tell that he's light by looking at his upper body, that's for sure.
He's a 60-kilo man with the arms of a silverback gorilla and a red mustache. What a combination.
He applies the steady side pressure and gets the win in a hook.
They only made one of that one in the mold. Steve Rogers, this guy, I know him very well. He's from my home country in the UK. We don't all have tashes like that. John, I shaved mine off. But this guy is strong. And here we go. It's Barachoa and it's Bohayan. This is going to be mega, mate. We've got Armenia and USA. How are you seeing this?
Well, I see it going inside. These guys are both power pullers, and they're going to be just grinding it out in the center of the table.
And to be honest, Barachoa is one of the guys from the States that can mix it up with the Eastern Europeans in the hook. This guy is brutally strong in there, but Bohayan's a beast. This is the European champion in the white shirt. What a match. Very, very tough to get through this, and knowing that if he does get through it, he then faces the Russian, Sindeliani. Right. Not an easy day in Las Vegas for that man. It's going to be a really ferocious battle, this one, and you think it's going to go inside. I'm sure you're right, mate.
I'm sure it's going to go inside.
Both look that way. They're on the front foot, the weight down on the elbow. Whoa, we are deep in that hook now, and it's all about the top end in there, mate. This is where you like to be when you are.
Biceps, shoulders, lat, forearms, hand. I mean, it's all coming into play here.
Oh, what about... And that's Bohayan, the Armenian. It's proved a bridge too far for Barachoa, and I know he's going to be gutted, mate, because he doesn't go through to that final. It's going to be Bohayan of Armenia.
With a fresh arm, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't say that the guy didn't leave it all at the table, because he definitely gave it everything he had in that one. And we've got Sindeliani now. That's the man he would have faced in the red shirt of Russia, and this guy's just dominance.
Yeah, he's tremendous hand strength, tremendous hand and wrist strength. He's Mr. Top Roll.
And he's facing Steve Rogers here, the guy we saw in action a moment ago, but surely Steve isn't big enough for this.
I don't have much experience with either one of these guys. It's a little too light for me, Neil, but yeah.
I see your leg actually weighs more than the combination of the two, I believe.
Right. Oh, yeah, he definitely has hand and wrist control, and he goes for the easy win.
That's the man to beat here in Las Vegas. He has been all the time. Look at that from Sindeliani.
Yeah, keeps his hand flat. He has no chance to pull.
We got the finals to come up now. And I really don't know if anybody can beat this guy, Roman Sindeliani. I've seen some dominant arm wrestlers. You're one of them, mate. But in this weight division, in the 154s, this guy's something special.
He's the man. He's the man to beat, and no one's been able to prove it that they're his equal. So, yeah, I expect an easy win for him.
On the far side of the table, the very man we were just talking about, Sindeliani, and he just looks so cool and calm and confident all day now.
He's had an easy time today, so his arm should be fresh. His opponent, on the other hand, has had some battles. So
just saw him with Barachoa there, what a battle. And this guy's got such a pedigree. I mean, the Armenian Bohayan is the European champion. I mean, this is a guy who's world-class arm wrestler. Look at Sindeliani's face. He's just, look at that.
He's just laughing.
That's a man in form. It's a man with confidence, and he just swept that one away, John.
At 154, he is the man to beat.
No doubt about it. I certainly haven't seen many men in the world that I would back against that guy in the red shirt. Look at the confidence that fella has. It's just an absolute dominant performance in Las Vegas. Total dominance, total supremacy.
Stay down on the 154s.
Stay in the 154s, because my buddy has got a lot for you. Don't mess with the legend. Mate, we've got to take a break.
All right.
And then we're moving up. We're getting close to your area. Oh, I'm all excited, Mr. Brezink. It's the 198s. This is a class we're both familiar with. We've both done a little bit of a turn in this class. The 198s is a special category because this is right in the middle of the sport. You get all elements. You get the power, you get the speed, and in certain cases, you get the ferocity with people like Hutchins. How's this going to go?
These guys have a little more meat on their bones, that's for sure. Very explosive.
That's the man. We start with him, Todzilla in the red shirt there. And a dominant force, but this fella in the grey shirt, someone you know a little bit about.
My workout partner, Kevin Bongard, putting the hurting on Brian Johnson, left-handed in the straps.
And Kevin Bongard, illustrative there of a guy you wouldn't expect to be a world-class arm wrestler, kind of a slim, rangy guy.
He's a cowboy, that's for sure. We lose him for about 3 or 4 months in the fall.
Mountain guide, is that right?
He's a mountain guide. He chases cougars. He chases elk. All kinds of big games.
There you go. If it bleeds, we can kill it. And Bongard will hunt anything, man or beast. And here he is at the arm wrestling table, and he's got obviously some of the top class light heavyweights in the world to deal with here. And Todd Hutchins, Todzilla, this guy couldn't come here with more pressure. When you've got fellas like these two that we're looking at now, James Smith, unbelievable wrestler. That was the guy in that hat there, and he's going to be giving it some serious competition to Hutchins in this category.
Yeah, he's pulling Kenny Hughes, and yeah, he's a definite force from the South, and everybody's looking forward to that matchup, James Smith and Todd Hutchins.
This is the biggest weight class here in Las Vegas, the 198s, and you'd probably expect that because so many guys around that weight class.
Your average guy in the United States is around 200 pounds, so yeah, you would expect this to be the biggest class, which it was.
And throw into that as well the fact that you've got some top international people coming over, the likes of Andreas Rundstrom, that man Vasily Kuznetsov of Russia. You've got some real world-class competition here, and this is going to go off.
Yeah, it's an international class, that's for sure. Kenny Hughes in a tough hook with Fritz Corey.
Kenny Hughes in the white shirt there. I love that guy. That fella to me represents the
Todd.
That's the man. You can't tell it's him as well.
That is the man.
On his back, 10 feet tall, and that's Kenny Hughes. He got into some battles today. I love that man. I think he's fantastic. Kenny Hughes is the grit of arm wrestling. This guy is just phenomenal.
This class definitely required some endurance because the field was so deep that no one just breezed through this.
It's nice that we get a look at these prelims as well, John, because it does show people that the amount of work, the amount of effort that our finalists have had to go through in a day-long competition, and that's before they reach the final four, mate.
Lots of wear and tear. Every one of these guys probably have about 10 matches under their belt before they reach the finals.
And that can play such a big part. Here he is, Todzilla. That guy reminds me of Bull Hurley from the Over the Top movie, and like a shrunk-down
Kevin
version.
Barngard gives Todd Hutchins all he can handle. He gets him in the strap, and he ends up getting the jump on him. He's got his wrist bent back, and but Todd's just relentless with the side pressure. He's thinking one thing: side pressure to the pad. And Kevin's able to hold him off here. It's very impressive.
And Hutchins there, the man in the red shirt, that's the guy that when you think of 198 pounds, you think about Todd Hutchins. This guy is just a beast, and he comes here with such a massive reputation.
He is the favorite, and there's probably second best there is James Smith.
Let's get it on. It's the preliminary semi-finals, and we've got in there Brian Johnson and Kevin Bongard, and this is left-handed. Let's have a look at it now. Bongard, John, this guy's a lot of experience. Training over with you in Salt Lake City. And that man there on the far side of the table, Brian Johnson, relatively new by comparison, but he's
very new. He's been coming on the last couple of years. He's a tremendous puller, both left and right. I think his left's a little bit better. But Kevin is just one tough cookie. He's got a solid hand, solid wrist, solid forearm. And he's tough in the straps, believe me. Brian's got his work cut out for him.
And the thing about these two guys is, you look at Brian Johnson, you look at Kevin Bongard, neither man looks like the traditional powerhouse guy.
Exactly, not very bulky. They've got some tremendous tendon and ligament strength, though.
And the leverage in these guys is so important, that length of arm. It's just like, you know, the old adage, give me a lever long enough and I'll move the world. And these guys can move some arm, there's no doubt about that. Yeah. Kevin Bongard on the far side of the table there, such a rangy guy. I mean, one of the longest arms. He's like basically cross between man and gibbon, but strong.
Takes the position, takes the top row on Brian Johnson in the straps, and just keeps pumping away for the win.
Relentless win. And Bongard there, you have to say, he's looking powerful. And he could be a guy that when you watch the prelims and you see the amount of battles that these guys got into through the day, Bongard seems still have a lot left in the tank.
Yeah, well, Kevin doesn't have a lot of big muscles to be getting wore out. He's all about the tendon strength, so he bounces back fairly easy.
And he just, like you say, just relentless.
Here is the match. Here is the match everybody's been looking forward to. James Smith and Todd Hutchins.
James Smith in the stripes, Todd Hutchins in the red, but it's not really a level playing field at this stage because Chad Silvers worked over James Smith earlier in the day.
Yeah, Todd Hutchins' training partner, Chad Silvers, and James Smith had a war in the prelims. So
having said that, Smith was diving in there, but surely you can't look at the intensity of Todd Silvers.
Obviously, that revved Todd up. Not to be able to control James as much as he would like. But it's going to go to the straps.
Todd Hutchins is a really interesting character. Arm wrestling's all about characters, and that man in the red shirt is a really, really intelligent man, a very cerebral arm wrestler. But you put his elbow on a pad and he just explodes.
Wow, what power. Todd Hutchins for the easy win.
Yeah, he just hammered that
straight
into the hook. And
now here's the spoiler, Chad Silvers.
and he faces the great Kenny Hughes. I love Kenny Hughes. Kenny Hughes is just an absolute beast. This guy goes tearing into people.
He's so explosive. If you're not expecting it, he's not real intimidating looking, but he is explosive.
You saw it there. I mean, look at that hit.
Incredible.
He's just that was Route 101, straight to the pad.
Back to the lefties.
Yeah, and this guy's an interesting character. Vasily Kuznetsov of Russia. Again, showing you the fact that the top Eastern Europeans showed up for this event. Right there against the top American boys, and we're in the straps once again. So many top rollers in this 198 class. Trying to save energy there, John, maybe.
Right. Well, that's their technique, and they live and die by it. We're gonna probably see the same in the strap here.
Vasily Kuznetsov, the Russian guy today, looked great throughout the heats, and he's a real dark horse for this competition.
He got into a few tough matches, I noticed, throughout the day, so there was a little bit of wear and tear in that Russian arm.
And we've just seen Kevin, obviously, working for his money with Brian Johnson, so he's, in this evening session, he's already got underway with the battles, but do you think it may relax a wrestler more that he's been at the table once? Oh, look at that. I mean, the leverage there.
He gets off on Kevin, but Kevin catches it and explodes to the pad for the win.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff from Bongard. And Bongard creeping back up the ladder. But could it be a day for the double for Todd Hutchins? He's in the final left, he's in the final right arm.
He's got to be the favorite, but don't count Kevin out.
We're going to take a short break, and we're back with the finals of the men's 198 class, Thunder and Lightning in Las Vegas. Here we go. It is finals time in the United States Arm Wrestling Championships, Professional Arm Wrestling Conference, bringing you the best in the world. And this is the 198s. We've seen the guys working up here, John, and we've now got two absolute legends of arm wrestling. Kenny Hughes in the white shirt. James Smith, his opponent there, and James is one of the strongest guys in this weight class in the world. There's no doubt about it.
There's no doubt about it.
But has he anything left, man?
I don't know. His prelim match with Chad Silvers had to take its toll, and he needs to get rid of Kenny fast if he wants any chance against Todd Hutchins.
Tip for the pad there. Whoa, Kenny's upset that though. He's dragged him straight back up, and Kenny is an adrenaline puller. This guy just pulls with adrenaline, and this is the power now, mate. They begin.
They're locked in the center of the table.
And Kenny Hughes, we know he'll break his arm to win a match. There's no doubt about it. But James Smith looks
trying to get in behind his arm with the tricep push, with what we call a shoulder roll. But James is having none of that. He's holding them off.
Before the storm, maybe. James just waiting. How much is just waiting, feeling each other out there, mate? Going to explode, mate.
Well, he's got him on his bicep. He's got him stressed out a little bit, so he's...
Oh, huge hit there from both men. They got all stretched out.
Yeah.
And it's Smith, mate.
You could tell there was nothing left at the end of that match.
We're looking at it again now, and that was a phenomenal tear-up between two guys that mean business. And when it went inside, that's just a ridiculous war.
Right.
And James Smith, this guy came to Vegas with so many people believing that he was the fella to do it, but what a tough draw.
Right, tough draw. He drew Todd's workout partner, Chad Silvers, early on, and I think he's just a little bit too much edge for the amount of competition that was here today.
That's his bread and butter, though. He's dug in there, and you can see him looking at Kenny. He's just waiting for Kenny to make a move there.
He's definitely comfortable.
James Smith that's going to go through to the final to face that man. We look at him now in the left arm final. It's the red-shirted freak that is Todd Hutchins. This guy's a beast, man.
Toddzilla.
What can you say about a man with a mustache like that and no hair?
Crazy side pressure, and he's not afraid to pull with his wrist flat. It's kind of an unorthodox style, but he feels comfortable with it.
He's got his own rules and he lives by them. There's no doubt about it. But Todd Hutchins is a guy that many people consider to be the premier 198-pound puller on earth, man.
Yeah, that may be very true.
And Kevin Bongard, a guy with super experience. This guy's been pulling so long against the best in the world. Has he got anything up his sleeve to slow this guy down? Can he beat Hutchins?
Well, Kevin's strength in this match is arm length, and he's got a good top roll, and if he can get Todd Hutchins stretched out and get on the end of his hand, he has a shot.
And like you say, Hutchins doesn't mind pulling in any position. He doesn't have to be technically correct. He just hammers into guys. Oh, we're going into the straps, mate.
Not a surprise. Slip grip. Kevin went for the hard top roll and they slip grips.
Now, we saw this in the finals of our first show. When the guys go into the strap, it seems to be just an entirely new ball game.
Sure.
So many different elements coming into the sport.
They're tied together, wrist to wrist, and Todd Hutchins is a master at using the strap. He's just relentless with the side pressure. He doesn't care really about his hand anymore. He just uses the strap to power his opponents down. So Kevin needs to get out on those fingers if he's going to have any kind of a chance.
So what you mean there, Kevin with the longer arm needs to try and use that to prise open the hand of
Todd Hutchins. Yeah, get a little bit of a leverage advantage. If it stays wrist to wrist, or if Todd's able to curl him in,
whoa,
he's got
we're underway, mate. Massive hit there from Todd. And Todd, surely that's going to be Todd's match. I mean, he looks in control.
He's in good position right there, even though his hand's somewhat flat.
How is Kevin holding from that position? Look at the power from Bongo. Right down near the base, and he's hanging on there, mate. That's a phenomenal. It's a mustache shaker. Unbelievable battle. And look at this. I cannot believe that Bongard is holding that, and he's not happy there. Todd
thinks to win, but if the referees say no, he didn't touch before he let go of the peg, so they're going to do it again.
And we're in the same position, and Bongard is displaying incredible tenacity and determination. We know he's got that. Well, how is he holding him up at the base like that? That's incredible.
With his arms stretched out like that, it's amazing to me, Neil. I've pulled Todd Hutchins before, and I know what kind of power he has, and it is amazing that Kevin's holding him off again.
So close now, just needs that inch. Surely he's going to take this one, John. But yes, surely that was a pin. He's so close now. Your camera angle a little deceptive, and now we see it's about an inch to go, but there it is. It's Todd Hutchins, and a win for the man from South Carolina. Unbelievable.
I'd bet on him.
I'm sure you would. He goes in that final against James Smith. Surely James has nothing left.
I don't think so. I would love to see those guys go fresh for fresh, but it's not going to happen today.
It's table time! 198 final, right-handed, Hutchins and Smith. And you can see there, James Smith, he must be praying here that he can slow this guy down. Oh, that's a massive, and as you predicted, John, that's
Todd Hutchins is just rolling along. He's just rolling.
John, that's about done the deal for this show, but you know what that means, mate? The next time we come back on the third series, it's about the big boys.
The real big guys, huh? Well, not so big, but...
Pretty big, bigger than me, but the heavyweights. What a match we got in store there. The finals of that category is just the one everybody wants to see. Yourself and Mr. Usmanov.
Usmanov, Travis Bagent. There's some big boys coming up.
Have some of that. Do not miss it. Number 3, Professional Arm Wrestling Conference, United States Arm Wrestling Championships. Have it.